I feel like the creative connections provide you with a space to be creative in more ways than you've ever thought of.
Hmm.
And it's a good place to be. Yeah.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. I am with Shamim, Sarah, and she's from Sha Kali Yoga, and she's going to be doing the Creatives Connect session with us on the 17th of October at 6:30 p.m. You're going to be doing some yoga with us. We're talking about the power of yoga, the transformational power of yoga,
Mhm.
and could you share a little bit about what that's going to bring to people if they're joining this session with us?
They've transformative power of yoga that we're doing on the 17th of October. What we've got planned, I feel, will be more tailored to the creative mind. So people should come along. We should all come along and enjoy the session. I feel like it'll be more in the calm and relaxed session, especially now that days are getting colder, nights are getting colder. It will be, and I've, I've kind of learnt a lot that it doesn't take much to warm you up. A few people joining the session, and you're like, you're warmed up in no time. You're like, I was about to turn the heater on. So the
Yeah.
session will be similar to what we've been doing the Creative Connect session. Nothing too heavy, nothing too strenuous. Just come and we can learn something together.
You've been to quite a few now. What's been your favorite thing about the sessions?
Um, I have been to a few of them, and I do enjoy it. And it's not, sometimes you're like, I'm just doing things to fill up time, but that's not the case because I look forward to the different sessions. And sometimes you think, oh, I teach yoga, so it must be the same thing for everybody. Oh, they're all creatives, they draw things. Like, no, it's different every time you go to one. You get to meet someone who likes anime. You go to a next one, someone teaches you how to draw something. And by the time you finish the 1 hour session, you feel connected, you feel more grounded. As much as you're at home, you feel like you're still part of a community, and you get to learn without realizing you're learning. Like for me, I used to like art and drawing and things like that. But when motherhood took over, I put that aside. I was like, there's no time for making stuff. Pins are dangerous around children. But the more sessions I join, I realize I'm actually getting back to drawing. I'm
Mm,
fighting with the children, like, leave my pencils alone, put my coloring pens back, which I
yeah,
wasn't before. I just over all of it. I said, I don't, that's it, you guys can have it. Now I'm like, I need to buy my own stash. So I'm kind of super grateful for the creative connection sessions because they've kind of brought me back into my creative side of myself.
mm.
Yeah.
And we also, because I know some people don't know what the sessions are, but sometimes we do a lot on the spiritual side as well
Yeah.
as the creative side. So, can you say a bit about your spiritual side and what that means to you?
So for me, when I dropped the drawing and doing all of that kind of stuff, I worked in the social care sector, sort of in terms of day job. I've kind of put that, not put that aside, but when I would join Creative Connections, I was in T Minds because when I got the WhatsApp link to join the group, it was from a yogic community, so sort of community, yoga-based community. I was like, oh, I bet you they're going to be creative people and they're really interested in art and stuff like that. I was like, nevertheless, you met in a community, in a yoga community, there must be something in it. So I think that's the joys of it that I've kind of come to sit with and enjoy. And it kind of made me realize how the two are so interlinked. And I realized with my yoga, enjoying yoga and the spiritual part of myself is more, has become more attuned to myself. It's more creative than the other, how I was before. Before I was like, yeah, do yoga, do yoga, do yoga. But I feel like as I do more sessions with the creative connections, I'm getting back into the creative part of me. In that, what I'm saying is, before I'll do yoga practices, the heavy, you know, asana practice, come and do the next
Mm.
horse riding pose and everything. But now I'm like, actually, it can be the other way around. you can be gentle with your practices. You can be creative with it. It doesn't have to be, and I've noticed it even with when I'm teaching others during the sessions, I'm more
Hmm.
creative with them. I'm like, okay, you don't want to do anything strenuous today. We'll do a gentle yoga sessions rather than me feeling like it's almost like the egoic self
Yeah.
gets to dissolve in the creative process. And I feel like that has kind of enhanced and developed more with the creative connections, with
Yeah.
the art sessions. Like you realize you're drawing, you realize you're being in a spiritual session, like the last one that we did with them, somebody, and we had to draw a feather sort of thing. And you realize you're actually doing something. You're not actually thinking about, oh my goodness, because I feel like I'd got into a state of being conscious about what I'm drawing.
Mm.
So all of that is kind of dissolving. And I feel like that has carried on to the yoga sessions that I teach. When I'm teaching, I'm more comfortable and okay with not doing what I had planned for your session, sort of thing. So it's more calm and gentle. Not that it wasn't calm and gentle before, it's more creative flows
Yeah.
rather than the other way around.
So you also met Chris Sissons through Creatives Connect and you told your story the other day. How did you find that?
That was it changed my look and how I see businesses. Chris's session, it was super interesting, and I knew there was always a story behind everything, but the way Chris encourages you to tell your story is super empowering and it's creative at the same time. It reminds you of why you're doing whatever you're doing. It reminds you of the why rather than the getting so caught up in the logistics of everything. So it has taught me a lot in terms of being creative and how you can create something. It's not just drawing, you can do, I feel like the creative connections provide you with a space to be creative in more ways than you've ever thought of.
Hmm.
And it's a good place to be. Yeah.
Thank you.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And I'm looking forward to the session.
Thank you for your time and making the space for us.
Thank you.